And well guys, continuing here, what we're gonna do on this video, it's try to set the pose. And for it, I have find that other version of this character in 3D. I like it of the pose, but I don't like it of the details, because here I'm not saying that it's bad details, but I am saying that this visual it's more for printable, but this visual of the skin don't brings a good feeling, for example, for the realism, or this not seems, for example, skin, it's, I don't know, it's a little fake or something toy. This is not the objective that I want, but the silhouette I have enjoyed, for example, the flow. So as an artist, you need to think about the optimization, the deadline, if the budget will be okay for the company sometimes. So you need to use all that you have to bring more. Let me think about it's to bring something more quickly, to make something more quickly, because sometimes you are thinking that, oh, I am an artist, I need to create all the things from a sphere. And no, this is not the best way. We need to think like a professional, and we need to think that we are working for companies, and time, it's money, so you need to think about that. It's extremely important. So here we're gonna use this pose and this reference to set the pose. I really enjoy it, but the details, I'm not happy with that, because for example here it's kind of just a line and something, it's okay, and here's some strong landmarks on the skin, and I'm not happy with that. But the pose, I have enjoyed it. I like it. For example, this detail of the skin, look this part here, for example, look the difference. It's extremely different from God of War, but of course here for game or cinematic, printable, it's different. We need to have different thickness and different shapes, because we'll be printable. So we need to think about that. Look the details. So we're gonna try to set a good pose, but bring this variation of the skin. So for it, I'm gonna use the texture, and we're gonna try to, oops, let me select here. We're gonna try to, let's remove this guy here. We're gonna try to bring the reference here. You can make the same thing. Let me set here the draw to 24, 28 can be. Let me check if it will be okay for this visual. It's more or less here. Let me test here a little bit with the draw. Let me check the floor. It's okay. Here, if you want the grid size, you can change, but I'm gonna keep in 3. And document. And here, if you want, you can load the image here, but it's okay for now. It's not necessary to use it. And let me check here, 24, 15. For now, I'm gonna keep in 15 mm, and let me go in texture, load, import, and I'm gonna select the top view for now. Add to spotlight. It's okay. Let me press tab. I'm gonna remove the size to on this way. I'm gonna press Z. Here I can select, for example, sketch shade 2 and press Shift F to activate the polypaint and have a better visualization. Go, let me select the other parts, sketch, flat color 2, frame, can be, or sketch shading. Let me check. Sketch shading, let me put white color here. Frame 3 can be. And here I need to try to find more or less the same pose. So let me change the opacity. Let me check more or less on this way the first moment. So it's more or less on this way. We're gonna try to set more or less with the angle of view. So let me check here. It's something like that. Yeah. On this way. Let me reduce a little bit here. Let me reduce the image here too, and I'm gonna try to set more or less on this way. Let me press P. It's okay. So basically what I'm gonna do here, let me select this other image and I'm gonna delete. So I'm gonna keep with that. And here in document, I'm gonna apply the camera. So for example, I'm working here and have rotated and I need to come back in the same position. I can use the front. But let me put here more or less and set the image here more or less too. In the middle. Let me reduce the opacity. Let me check. Let me see more or less here. Can be here. Let me clear all views and press and front. Clear the back because I don't want the back. Or let me check front. Now let me press front and back. Yeah, can be here. So from this point, let me turn off the symmetry and I'm gonna try to block in the first moment. Remember guys, here it's not possible we have this exactly shape, exactly position. So it's asymmetrical. So don't worry about these things because it's just a reference. So of course that will be not perfectly. Remember that. But here, let me think about what we can do. It's let me press Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. Why I'm gonna do it? Basically, yeah, I'm gonna keep on this way because I was thinking to sculpt, have a early sculpture here, and then need a pose, but will be not good. I need sculpt handily here. Then if I want, I can, for example, sculpt this one, duplicate, and try to repose and reuse the sculpture. So here, let me check the opacity. More or less on this way. The arm here, it's different. It's more or less on this way. Here, same thing. The hand, it's very, very big. It's different too. This region here, it's different. This part. Let me try to pose more or less here. I press Z and change the opacity a little bit. Let me try. Remember, I'm posing from top view. When I look from front view, I need to set it, and side view, I need to set it too. So let me put in the side view, right. Let me check here. More curved. It's okay. Here the hand, this hand here, then press Shift Z, it's different, it's more, it's kind of this way, something like that. Let me put in the front view again. Let me check, it's more this way here. Let me come back to front view. This guy here, it's different too. Let me check here. The leg, it's opened. It's kind of something like on this way, more opened. Let me check. Document, front view. And here more back. So all this first process, it's necessary. Then we're gonna reorganize it. Let me put in front view. Let me check here. Let me put more or less on this way, come back here. Let me check. Let me put back here again. Press P. Try to find the pose. Let me put more up, maybe. This way, I'm not happy with this visual yet. Remember, it's just a pose, very early. In this first moment, we need to do that until we find something that makes sense. Here, look, it's in diagonal, and our project here, it's opposite it. So we need to think about these things. But I'm trying to keep the same size. Let me check here the reference. Let me check in front. This part seems more down. This part more up. Let me press P because I need keeping the same. I need to keep aligned. So it's rotated a little bit. This part it's more down here, more or less on this way. This region not too. And here this part, press P, is more inner. This way here. Same thing here. So this part it's more or less on this way. And rotate that. Something like that. So all this process we need to think how to adapt it. So this first moment I like to work on this way because I wanna find the overall shape first. So look here, this part and here, so this part is too big, too tall. So let me try to remove a little bit and put more here, this side. Let me check. Let me see here. Be on this way, it's a little better. Here the head, it's big too. This distance, it's big too. And here is more curved. And here, if you look for it, it's kind of, this part, it's different. So here it's more opened, so I need open a little bit more. It's kind of a little different, the pose. It's kind of rotated. Let me check here and something like that. The leg, it's different. Let me rotate inner here. It's kind of sitting on this leg. Let me check this part more close here. Let me move to this way. This guy here, it's more or less here. The hands are very big too. Let me check here this guy. Yes. Something like that. Let me check here more or less. Something like that. Let me check, it's not perfectly, but it's okay for now. The curvature, have this point, this direction. Here seems a little more on this way, and here we have more volume. So I want this curvature here. So this part more to this way. Let me check here. Put more on this part. Yes, but it's kind of falling to this way, so I don't want it. Here the needs more on this part. Let me check this part here. This way, let me rotate here. So here it's more about the feeling. Let me check. This part it's big too. Here seems that it's not big. So let me think about. It's more on this way here. Let me check on this way, and here I can rotate a little bit. Let me check. Yeah. So it's a little better. Let me check here. We rotate a little bit, maybe. This way it's better. Let me see here. Try to find a good pose. It's a little better. So, of course, it's not perfectly. It's just a little pose yet. I don't know, here I'm not happy with this part. I want something more, it's kind of more natural. Here, this part needs to be more on this way, for example. It's kind of, let me add more this sphere here, maybe. Or how this part maybe need to be more close. For example, this part, try to bring, let me think here. It's something like that. This pose, let me scale it. And this other, let me check. And let me rotate here more or less just to check it. Something like that. It's kind of more natural here, but I don't want it this way. I want this guy here. Let me check here. It's okay. Let me check. Reduce the size here. Press Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. Yeah, can be on this way. Put more to this part. Let me see on this visual. I am trying to find the equilibrium here. It's kinda, it's because I think I need to rotate all the model. For example, on this position here, more or less on this way. I am thinking, of course it's not a really, but I'm thinking that I need to do that. So I'm trying to rotate it. Let me think about, let me test. Let me see. I can't do that, so I'm gonna try to rotate on this way. Let me check, press P. Let me see on the front view. It's on this way. Then put all these things to here. Let me check. Let me see on this angle. Let me test here front, press Shift Z. And here is different, it's from this way and it's on this way too. So this first process, it's a little difficult, but don't worry about that. It's normal. So let me put here and more in front this leg. And here, let me remove a little bit. Try to bring the equilibrium. Yes, it's not perfectly, but this angle it's okay. Then press P. And it's good for me for this first moment, of course. So let me move more back and this angle here because I wanted this diagonal here. And same thing on this part. I wanna, for example, this way and this way, it's extremely important. And for now, it's okay, guys. We can check the silhouette here, for example, very simple yet, of course. But how you can see, we have this visual. So let me go and move dock large modifiers. Let me put spin cycles 3. Let me press turntable. Let me press ask. Press P to activate the perspective. I'm gonna move again and delete. Press delete. And now I'm gonna move. I'm gonna put negative spin cycles. And I'm gonna press turntable. Let me check here. Just to see the overall idea. Okay, yeah, it's okay. So is it, guys? Let me press ask, and the next video, gonna continue the